Hi there, welcome to a new video. It's a quick voiceover of me setting up the borders and the letters for this piece called We Are Legion by Eniekey. Last video we penciled out some of the panels, and since then I've actually drawn it. Here it is in all its gutterless glory. So first thing I'm going to do is make a new sort of vector layer. Literally, we've set up some guides here, and now we're just going to start putting put that gutter in. So we're putting where we want the gutters to go. We make a new vector layer, and then we'll just put a shape over it, and then we'll put some smaller squares in there, and we'll Boolean extract them out, and that will give us our comic. Yeah, this middle panel I want to stretch across the whole page, so we're sort of splitting this page into two sections with gutters and one doesn't. We're still going to have a border around the panel, but they're just going to butt up against each other. So here I'm just aligning the panels to the guides, and here I'm just doing a Boolean extraction for each one, just making sure that they're lined up correctly. I'm in Krita, and if you're interested, this is sped up about 4 times. So this is a 15-minute video, so it took about an hour to put all this together. So this is like the final steps. Here I'm just making it a panel on top of a layer on top of the vector layer, and this will have our borders. I briefly told the idea of having pink, but we go with this sort of like blue. Right, now I'm just making sure all the gutters are lined up, and we're happy with that. Then we can start doing the masking. I want this wing to go over the border. It sort of brings the bat forwards a bit more as well, like on the page as opposed to in the panel. Here we go, we'll just set up the mask for that. We'll do it for this. I'm masking this part out. That one. I've got a new Comic Jam piece the other day. It's another Philip Button script, which I'm happy about. Oh look, I've got to fill in some areas. Some of the colours didn't go quite right, so I'll just grab a paintbrush and I'll quickly fill it in. Yeah, as I say, I've just got this script from Philip. It's another absolute corker. We get to play with this one. We'll get to play with some of the aesthetics from like Golden Age and like the 90s comics. So that should be pretty interesting. I think that should be a lot of fun. Alright. As I record this, this is Easter Sunday. Now this video should have been up today, but things have been a bit hectic. Real life has been getting in the way a little bit. Here I'm getting the script up. I suspect I'm getting the script up because I want to make sure I use Christian's proper spelling. Oh no, I'm checking. Right now what I'm doing is I've grabbed a line of dialogue, I've copied it, and I'm about to start pasting into a new layer, a new vector layer, the text. But first I like to drop First, I like to have a grey layer above the artwork. It knocks it back a little bit, so I can concentrate on the text. I can still see the comic page. It's just it allows me to. There you go. So it allows me to see what the text is doing on the page. So at the moment, I'm just copying the text in from the script. It's got a default font, which is like Times or something. It's not a great font, but in a minute I will pick a font, and then we'll use some tools that we've written in Krita to swap all the fonts in one go. Normally if you're editing text in Krita you have to keep double clicking to bring up the text editor, and then you change the font and the font size, and it can be time consuming if you have, say, 30-40 text elements on the screen. And here I'm just getting the text for the title. Font manager. This is Ubuntu's font manager, so this allows us to look at fonts. We can put text in there and we can have a look, and we can choose what sort of font we use. I'm going to scroll through until I find something I like. What I kind of want is sort of like a handwritten type font, sort of in keeping with like Dracula. As I understand it, Dracula's a series. Effectively, it's not a straight narrative. Bram Stoker wrote as a series of sort of letters and sort of exchanges between people with a bit of like storytelling in there. So we're going for that sort of thing. We want this to look like it's written down on a piece of paper, or in this case a bit of parchment. So this is a script I've written. It's a very simple script. It goes through and changes all the font sizes and fonts for all the text objects you can find. So I've got all my body text in there. I want it to be Black Chancery, I think it's called, and a font size of something, and there you go. It's changed them all, but there we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, 5 or 4. Well, now I've got the text, I can sort of start arranging it. So I'll move most of the text out of the way. So I'm working with the text for the panel that I want, which is that one there. Just checking against the script there. I'll just quickly save before we continue. And now we're going to edit the text, put some line breaks in, that sort of thing. This is a bit of a bugbear. Krita's text editor doesn't shows you the text at the size, but there's no way to preview it. So it's difficult to sort of edit the text without changing the font size. Like, we've changed the font size to before. We're happy with that. And then we'll just change that. And that's the text on our first panel. We're just checking what goes where. Okay, we're adding some line breaks into this one. We're splitting this text into a different panel. It's a different sort of caption box. And I'm putting them, and I'm sort of being conscious. I don't want to cover elements, so I quite like the little choker neck she's got on. So I don't want to overwrite that. I don't want to be too intrusive on the panel. Alright, so this is the last panel's work. Put some line returns in there. Our text. Right, next up, I found the parchment image of a public domain image of some parchment. I've put on some layers. I'm going to mask the layers, and we'll use some layer effects to just add a quick drop shadow onto that thing. So first up, I'm drawing a box, and then I'm going to draw like a raggedy subtraction from that box to do for all the ones on this panel. And then invert the selection and reselect and invert the selection, and there you got a load of raggedy caption boxes. Do the same for this parchment page. Same deal. And again, so now we've got layer effects on, put a drop shadow on it. I'll zoom in so we can see what we're doing. Seems quite like the existing drop shadow, just change the opacity a little bit. And then do the same for the other panel, the other set of panels. Right, put the opacity back up, we're quite happy with that. Now we'll tighten it, and the title is, I think it's We Are Legion. All I'm looking at one is a nice font that's got something like something that we can use like a vampire fang, and we found it with this Duval font. We'll scale that down a little bit. We've got some weird artifacts on the thing that they will disappear. They're not actually part of it. There you go. Right. Can't get the text to show up properly. There we go. Right. New layer, vector layer, text on, and I've got adding a new vector shape on top of that, and we are just making this shape longer. We'll put the red, and now artwork goes in. That was a spelling mistake in there as well. Right, let's find a good font that we like for the credits. Hearts and letters. And that'll do us. Okay, we're done. So we're just going to finalise some of the things, you know, some of the borders and stuff like this. Anyway, whilst we're faffing around with that, I was going to say, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video. Next video, we'll do a channel update about the Kickstarter. So we'll look forward to seeing you on that one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and see you next time. Alright, bye now.